Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've got 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Call him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
Oh, good to see you all. Happy Saturday. Welcome on in. My name is Hefty, and I'm going to be playing some Pokemon today. What is going on, Eric? What's up, Mighty Munchkin, Johto, Jerry, James, the Catboy, and Marie, Nightbot? Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. We're going to see if we can get this shiny Latias today. That's the goal. That is the goal we have in front of us to get this Latias. And I did absolutely zero donut farming this week. So we still have an Alpha 3 going on. So that's going to make this nice and fun. So we'll see how long I can survive. I'm going to guess probably not too long. And I think I'm at the point now, yeah, where I can't go up that way anymore. This is not the way we're going to go. The Alpha Noivern's going to get us. Cito, good morning. Yeah, I literally have not touched this game since the end of stream on Sunday. I just couldn't. I think y'all were saying this is a good way to go too. That. Yeah, but then how do I despawn it? Do I despawn there? Yes. Make sure we'll respawn. Eric with the 32 months of membership. That is such a long time. Let's get some hype in the chat for Eric. Thank you so much, buddy. And donut farming. It's just the absolute worst thing ever. I'm done trying to be polite about it. It is my least favorite Pokemon mechanic I think ever. Is the donuts. I can't bring myself to do it. Speaking of can't bring yourself to do something, I think I can't bring myself to not die here. What's going on, Scrobo? Good to see you. Happy Saturday to you. Scrobo, how is fatherhood treating you? Just like the donuts too. It's just terrible. It's just you know, if this DLC had one of many of the mechanics in the DLC, like if it only had like one mechanic, that would be okay. But the fact that it has all these different mechanics that are all bad combined together, I'm just not a fan of it. You went back to Shield. I don't blame you, Anne-Marie. I honestly, I think I'm going to be going back to Sword, Shield, Scarlet, and Violet pretty soon myself. I do have, I think, 4 Masuda hunts left to do in Sword and Shield. That might be the next thing I do. Hold on, we might just have to take this guy out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Noibat, but you're just bothering me too much. Going back in like week 2? Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what though, Wolfen Toon, Mr. Matthew Snyder, he is kicking butt in this DLC, and I'm low-key jealous that he's doing such a great job. But it seems like every time I see Matthew, he's like, oh yeah, I got like these 4 more awesome alphas in the last 10 minutes. You know what? You're gonna go down too. We're just gonna get rid of you. The donut's going fast enough that I think if I knock out the Noivern and Noibats, like they won't have time to spawn back in. I think this is just a smart move. Next donut reset, we will immediately knock out the Noibats and Noiverns and then resave, so we don't have to do it again. You've barely played this week. Oh, come on, man. I was just singing your praises. Yeah, so I gotta be honest, because like I said, I'm not like mincing words anymore. I'm not a huge fan of this DLC, but I also want to balance my desires with what everyone wants to see. And I know some people say, just do what you want to do. And yeah, I should just do what I want to do. But I also don't want, people to be like, oh, well, I'm not interested in that. How would, like, everyone here right now are people that are here, like, pretty regularly. How would you guys feel if I went back to a different game? I want to see what you enjoy playing. See, that's what I'm saying. Come on now, Matthew. You're just saying that because I pay you. But, like, I mean, I want honest opinions. Are you guys ready to see other games again? Do you guys personally feel like a smart YouTuber would continue to ride the ZA train? Or do you think we're at a point where variety is ready to come back? You wouldn't care as in you'll watch whatever I play? Okay, fair enough. That wouldn't be bad at all. What's up, Razzie? Good morning to you. Scrubbo, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it. It's like one of the first... I shouldn't say one of the first. It's an early spoof movie, right? Like, I think it was like after Airplane, but I think it was before Naked Gun, if I remember correctly. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's an 80s spoof movie of spy movies. I have not seen it. I feel like that one gets talked about the least amongst the spoof movies of that era. Is it good? Lester, do I play Pokemon ROM hacks? I personally don't, but I know a lot of people here do. What's going on, Connor Grimley? Thank you so much for the sub. Bring us one sub closer to our sub goal today of 2,300. You can my first hello message. I'm sorry, Razzie. I didn't mean to chem it. I'm just playing a game that takes a lot of concentration. I have to be looking at the screen a lot, and I just happen to miss it. I apologize. Pretty good. Same style of humor as Airplane, Naked Gun. Yeah, I'd like to watch it at some point. Wow, those spawned back faster than I thought they would. That's kind of stinky, actually. Fry's good, yes. He'd like seeing what other games, whatever. I might take it back to our roots. If you guys... I know we got some OGs in here. When I first started this channel, I was all about the Masuda in Sword and Shield. And we had some pretty decent luck overall. There are, like I said, I think 4 more hunts I got to do for my Premier Ball decks. And I got to be honest, it would be nice to... shiny hunt something that I need again. Last thing I shiny hunted that I needed was Yanma, or not Yanma, Yamask in this game. But I do need Galarian Corsola and Cursola. I need Unova, Darumaka, and I need the other one. So if we could get those, that'd be pretty awesome. Oh, Blip Bug. I need a Blip Bug. Would you want to do a challenge run of a game, like a type challenge? That's something that we can look at. I mean, honestly, we're probably going to have some time to kill before the next game. But I do want to get my Premier deck stuff done first. What's my favorite shiny ever? Jenna, that's a great question. My favorite shiny ever is actually a pretty uncommon choice. It's Shiny Stuffle. I'm also a huge fan of Shiny Rabombi and Shiny Xerneas. But I mean, there's a lot of great shinies. But if I had to do a top three, and I reserve the right to change that at any time, I would say those are my top three shinies: is Stuffle, Rabombi, and Xerneas. And Masudi, you need to go back to as well. It's just, but I mean, Razzie, I think, I mean, I know you're, like, again, I'm just going to say things straight up. I know you're enjoying this DLC a lot more than I am. But are you, as a streamer, starting to feel like the community's ready for variety again? Or is that just my personal bias changing my opinion? You don't have other consoles. I have a PlayStation 4. I've always been at least one generation behind on PlayStations. As someone in a lot of streams during the week, you ready for variety, Jerry? Only stream once a week is kind of gimmicky. As a viewer, I think we're ready to go back. The DLC didn't capture the zeitgeist. Whoa, Razzie using that word today toilet paper I gave him. Is that a shiny? That's funny. Hold on. Hold on. I want to see if I can repeat that. Dang it. Wait, yes, yes. Come on. I want the lighting to come back. The window on the left looks like it's a shiny window. Is anyone else as sick as I am in the head that you go around the world now, like in your real life, and when you see something that's a slightly different color than other things, you immediately think shiny? I was driving to work one day and there was construction on the side of the road and they had those orange cones up and one of the cones was yellow and I thought, oh my god, that's a shiny cone. Good morning, Shiny Cornholio. How are you? Saw a shiny pigeon while you were in Vegas? That's awesome, Emery. I have a shiny pigeon that lives on the corner, actually. Oops, I fell. When you see albino squirrels in the wild, you imagine shiny sparkles appear when you get close to them. Yeah, I think we're all a little sick in the head. That's okay, though. Did I save after KOing those? I can't remember. Yes, I did. Okay, good. Good. You say that to yourself when people get sunburnt? Oh my gosh. Just going up to someone that's all like sunburnt and be like, oh, look, you're shiny. And they're like, what is wrong with you? Black squirrels, too? I'm not sure if I've ever seen a black squirrel. I don't know if it's like a common thing, but on my college campus, we had squirrels that lived in the trees of the quad, and these squirrels were like the bravest, like most unaffected squirrels I've ever met. They're like they just didn't care. Like as far as they were concerned, you were encroaching on their world, and they just would they had no fear of people at all, and it was pretty wild. No shinies here, but when huge raccoons jump off the roof, you think it's an alpha. That's pretty good. Accelerate. Good to see you, buddy. They're used to folks feeding them. It's true. But like they ruled the school. Like we were just allowed to be there. Okay, well, I'm not going to say when it's going to happen, but I think we will in the near future be moving back to Sword and Shield for Masuna hunting. Now, I want to get a little bit of a straw poll here. I mentioned the four Pokemon, which are really three lines. Galarian, Corsola, Daramaka, and Blipbug. Which would you guys like to see first? They feed off crushed dreams and anxiety. That's so true. Blipbug? Daramaka? Alright, someone say Galarian Corsola so I can be like, thanks, you guys are no help. Daramaka? Blipbug? Galarian Corsola? Blipbug? Oh my gosh. I wonder. You're finally gonna do DAs? What? I wonder if I can train my hands to do Masuda in 2 games at once. Still doing DAs after all these years. You are such a trooper, Amory. Zygarde DA stream for Jerry. Jerry, we might actually do that. We might, without the pressure of actually trying to get the shiny, we might do some DA streams again. Just because I know there's a lot of people I'm close with that still need some shiny legendaries, and I know especially nowadays it can be hard to find like people to. It can be hard to like gather people to do those. And I mean, I'm not going to turn down a second shiny Zygarde, you know? I bet you at the very bare minimum I could train my hands to do Masuda and a DA at the same time. It might be hard. Probably, and I'll struggle. It's a little wonky doing DAs online with Switch 1, Switch 2s. Is it really? Is there, so there can be some connectivity issues? LATIAS shines the next time you hunt it, it'll shine? Ah, I hope that happens for both of us. You have a good path, it would just be hefty barking orders to whoever joins in. Connectivity issues. Leslie, I looked up your symptoms online, and it says you may have connectivity issues. What's up, Mewtwo? Such a good line, it really was. If we do that, then ad-libbed it. I could see that. If we do that, then I might do the DAs on the Switch, and we might have to unfortunately ask people that they have to do it on the Switch if they want to participate. Bless me. Just because I feel like overall there's probably more people that have Switches than Switch 2s still. Oh my goodness gracious. Eric, thank you so much for the $1.99. Ugh, that means I got you the bean. Alright, I'm telling you guys right now, I only have 3 beans left. After this one, I'll have 2 beans left. I have to go buy beans today. Alright. This one is either pomegranate or old bandage. And remember, old bandage is the one that I think tastes like what an old pool locker room smells like. It's pomegranate. Why did I do that? Gosh dang it. Muscle memory took over there. Crap. Emily, I really appreciate that, but I like to get all my shinies with my original trainer. Um, but if you want to give them away to other people in the chat, that's fine. What happened, Anne-Marie? My muscle memory took over and I fast traveled to the beginning. Where are we at on? Yeah. All right. That's fine. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. It's just we're going to have to re-enter this hole. So just the work I did to get up to the top of the building, knock out the Noivern and Noibat and save. We'll start to redo that. I mean, it's going to take like 3 minutes to get back to where we were. It's just muscle memory took over. Alright, where is it? It's up here. But thank you again, Eric. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I only have 2 beans left. I'll try and get some today. I have to go out and buy some stuff. And I will probably buy some beans as well. Psychic, here we go. Yeah, Matthew, I am. I am using Alpha Power 3 donut because I have absolutely no desire to do any more donuts. Incredibly fair. Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? It's gonna make it a little bit more difficult for me, but I don't care. Hey, there's a shiny Muna. We'll come back and grab that if we have time. I can't be bothered to make any more donuts. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you. Like I have a good friend that is also playing this DLC that spent 2 hours the other day and finally just settled with a Sparkling Power 1 because he just couldn't. And I totally get that. Wrong yellow shiny, that's right. Got the Charmin Sword and Shield. Got 1 DLC, and as soon as the Legendary Birds cutscene ended, PLA was releasing. He never returned. Oh my goodness gracious, are you serious? Accelerate, you got to go back. Crown Tundra was a fantastic DLC. It was, in my opinion, the best DLC that they've ever DLC'd in the history of DLC. Maybe the last few donuts you need for the decks, you don't want to make donuts for a while. Totally get that. We're at the point where you have like 8 berry power and big haul power 3 donuts, but motivation to grind, no 0 motivation to grind for the Tenga berries. Yeah, I just, blech. Blech. Over those Santana wins, supposedly lasting another 2 days this weekend. Pretty rough wins. That stinks. I'm sorry, Eric. Shiny Kubalian, congratulations, Mighty Munchkin. That's pretty awesome. Oh, Santa Ana. That makes more sense than Santana. I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it because I didn't want to sound dumb. I was thinking to myself, I've never heard of Santana wins. I would imagine they'd be pretty smooth. Play through Shield twice. You don't usually replay through any Pokemon games. I love replaying through the old games. I've replayed through Sword and Shield a few times, specifically for hunts like the Reggies. But I think that was more based off of shiny hunting / streaming. I'll tell you what, though. I can't count the number of times I've played through Ultra Sun. Not because it's a lot, it's just I can't count that high. I'm pretty bad at counting. You've replayed every Pokemon title except for the Switch 1 and 2 titles? I still have to play through Black and White 2. Those are the only Pokemon games I have not completed. Why is Ambipom so strong? Because of the tails. The 2 tails. If you had 2 tails, you'd be pretty strong too. Stronger than ever. If you were to be driving right now, you'd see a lot of property damages. Probably so. You've replayed Gen 6? I have too. And I need to replay... At some point, I need to replay Gens 4, 5, and 6. Because I had the Shiny Charm on all my Gen 6 games. And then at some point, Shiny said that he was going to play through X and Y. Or I know, he was going to play through X. And I was like, okay, then I'll restart Y. This will tell you how long ago it was. Like, internet was still worked on the 3DS. I said, okay, well then I'll replay through Y, and then I'll trade you all the things you need so that you can get the Shiny Charm. And then he never started it, and so now I have the Shiny Charm in 3 out of my 4 Gen 6 games. But I also do have this goal for several years now of getting the Shiny Charm in Black and White too. And I just have not started on that because I realized, like Jerry realized, that means I need to play through Gen 4 as well. Played through Fire Red, Leaf Green so many times, always got stuck on the Elite Four. I'd like to go back to those games again. I was actually thinking about that not too long ago. I mean, I do have the Game Boy Operator. I do think it would be fun to do a playthrough of Fire Red or Leaf Green, just for funsies. Never played any of the DS games, didn't really know about Pokemon, and got into it until you moved to Canada. There's some good ones in the past. I mean, obviously, as time goes on, it gets a little bit harder to get the opportunity to play those games, but they're charming. You still do faraway trades on the 3DS? I doubt it. Honestly, I haven't looked into it, but I'd be surprised if you could. I will tell you something, though. I thought this was interesting. I can't remember who it was. If it's someone here in the chat, just forgive me. It's not that I don't like you or pay attention to you. It's that it was like 3 years ago. After Wi-Fi or after internet connectivity went down on the 3DS, it was like 2 weeks after that. Someone in the community and I were still able to add each other as friend safaris. So it's not like the 3DS couldn't connect to the internet, and it's not like I forgot to save after we knocked those out, didn't I? And it's not like yeah, I did. There aren't available things still that are internet based. It's more that like you can't interact with each other. But we were able to add each other as friend safaris in X and Y after internet stuff went down. Alright, let's get over here. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Way easier to finish the decks in Black, White 2 than Gen 4, but you have to use Gen 3 and 4 for some guys. Gen 3 as well, Jerry? What's up, Christopher? Good to see you. So there's stuff that you can only get in Gen 3 as well? I thought you only need to do Gen 4 and 5. Would you mind if you joke on my glasses? I mean, I'll pretend like it doesn't bother me. I might cry a little bit on the inside, depending on what you have to say. Alpha War KOs me. Such disrespect. Didn't care for Black and White. Look, all Pokemon games, this one included, are like pizza or ice cream. Even the worst ones are still pretty good. I liked Black and White, but it was probably my least favorite generation. I just felt that the Pokemon evolutions and stuff was just too grindy. Nice Umbreon plushie, thank you. It's actually an Umbreon Ditto. Yeah, blah blah. I can't talk. An Umbreon Ditto. Couldn't even get through X before ZA came out, so maybe it's not your gen. Oh my goodness. Keep getting recommended the stream when you got Drago and you still watch it every time. Well, that's why you keep getting recommended the stream, because you keep watching it. That's why you're tired of old games. Hold on. You got the Shiny Charm of Black and White 2. Played through all those games so much that grind took to get the Shiny Haxorus. No desire to play old games anytime soon. Yeah, I just I mean, I like Black and White, but man, the grind was rough. I'll pop in and say hello. Thanks. Thanks for popping in, Draconify. Good to see you. Go back to your home, Altaria. Yeah, 625 is crazy. You're a diner. What do you eat? Get 2 eggs, whatever style you like. Sausage links, sourdough toast, and 2 pancakes. That's what you should eat. If I was there, I would try and get some Belgian waffles. How many Bean Boozled do I have left? I now have 2 left. I need to... I should be able to go get some new beans today. Are you not going to knock out things? Come on, Dragonite. This was a terrible, terrible reset, by the way. I hope the last two were good beans. I hope so too. Quasar, what's going on? Good to see you. You got shiny Terrakion. Congratulations, you're conified. Sourdough actually sour? Never had it. No, it's not. It's not actually sour. Have I played any fan-made ROM hacks? ROM hacks, not really. I did play Pokemon Rogue for a while. Should cover the rest of it. Appreciate you, Fred. Oh my gosh, Eric, thank you so much. That is more than enough to cover. I appreciate you. Let's get some hype in the chat for Eric while I eat these last two beans. Let's see what they are. Okay. It's more sour than it's more sour, but I wouldn't say it's sour, right? Like I've never eaten a piece of sour bread and gone, "Oh my gosh, this is sour," like a lemon. All right, again, we got pomegranate or Old Bandage. Old Bandage tastes exactly like what I think an old pool locker room smells like. Yeah, all ROM hacks are man-made technically. Need to bother Nick about your 3DS? Um, yeah, I mean, look, Razzie, if he was able to talk me through it, you guys are going to be able to get knocked out real quick. All right, and this one is, I believe this one is either Booger or Juicy Pear. And I got to be honest, I don't think I've ever gotten a Juicy Pear. You prefer playing fan-made games over ROM hacks? Yeah, I mean, when I say I haven't played any ROM hacks, I mean, I have checked out a couple years ago. And I don't mean for this to sound rude, but while I feel like the programming ability for people to make ROM hacks is very impressive. I don't know even where to start with that. And I think it takes a lot of talent and smarts to do that. There's a difference between being very capable of programming and being capable of writing. And not that I've ever thought that Pokemon games have the best writing to begin with, but I'll just say it. I prefer not to play a game that was written by a 14-year-old. All right, here we go. Booger! Played Fortnite last night? Good. I'm glad you guys had fun. That is definitely Booger. So I think the final tally was somewhere around 8 good beans in that entire box. You're glad it was Booger? I'm sure you are. It doesn't surprise me. Can you do Masuda macros in Sword and Shield by the daycare? I'm sure you can. Um, I would direct you to Razzie and or Shinies about that. Those two are very smart when it comes to macros. I don't have a macro controller, but yeah, I'm sure it's possible. You don't do ROM hacks at all? Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against them. Frankly, I just have not found one yet that I really enjoy. Slices of bread. You think I have a loaf of bread? What, you think I'm some sort of rich guy? Complete Aqua's story in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Dawn to Terra's. Nice. That's a good game. I really enjoy that game. Oh, you know what? Just so there's no confusion, I should take this off. I don't want people donating money thinking I'm going to eat a bean when I don't have any beans left. Guess the Steelbook for $2? Sure. Sure, we will play Guess the Steelbook for $2, in which I guess what Steelbooks Chem has. Now moving up the story because you're getting Mega Flare. Sweet. That was something that I always wanted to do, but I never did, was do a replay with Birth by Sleep where I get every single ability for all 3 characters. That takes forever, though. All that crafting and stuff. Do all the spawns and the small... do all the spawns in the small sewer portals always change, specifically the closest ones that we come in? I mean, if you fast travel, yeah. If you fast travel anywhere, all the spawns will change. Fast traveling will always change the spawns unless they're already shiny. The South Park update's silly. I mean, that's okay. I'm running out of time anyway. I did save that, though. I'm pretty proud of myself for saving that. By the way, we are only 4 subs away from our sub goal of 2,300. Good save, though. Thank you, Razzie. I appreciate that. All right. Hopefully, we'll get a good roll this time. Like a sourdough roll. And I'll be able to save up here. I can't believe I fast traveled back to the start. That screwed everything up. We were starting to get into a groove, and I just ruined it. It's ruined. All right. Oh my gosh! Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't realize that the Altari and the Swabblers were coming after. You got Waffles instead of Pancake? Hey, no worries. I would have gotten Waffles personally. I don't know why, Razzie. I apologize for not being a better friend. I thought you were a Pancake guy. Oh, okay. First off, let's save. Waffles gang. Heck yeah. I'm a Waffles gang guy. Waffle, French toast, flapjack. Wow. You know what, Razzie? I'm exactly the same, and it's rare to find that on the internet. Oh, the spawn location. Okay, I gotcha. I understand now, Christopher. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. There are many YouTube video titles and thumbnails that would tell me that you can rotate all spawns to guarantee whatever shiny you want. However, there have been many times, like you, like Chem, like Shinies, where I have reset a hole multiple times. And while some areas may change, like, of course, it's always the one that I do want to change, doesn't seem to change. So I don't know what to tell you, unless it's like some spawn locations have like a percentage chance of changing to something else that's, I don't know. I can't say 100% certain. What's going on, Slowpoke? Welcome in. Terror Story is considered the hardest, and you're doing it on crit. Oh my goodness gracious, you are a brave soul. Hey, Pink Girl, what's going on? I'm doing well. How are you? Razzie, Terrakian, Cobalion. I already know about LATIAS, but Terrakian and Cobalion, are they easier go barfs than this one? Like, can I get like a nice empty level area? Yes, by far. Okay, so really I'm knocking out the 2 hardest ones first, which I guess is kind of a good thing. Why won't you despawn? Did I get the Sceptile? You know what? I did not. I did not. Maybe, you know what? For funsies, just so we can all have a good laugh, maybe if we get this Latias today, you guys can watch me struggle to get the Sceptile. Oh, okay, nice, nice, okay. And then obviously, yeah, I know about Latios. Latios is just save at the bottom of the teleporter and then teleport up. Tell you what, that Latios hunt cracks me up. The video that that Austin John released on it. I just thought it was so funny. He went through this whole description of exactly like, okay, you go up the ladder and then it spawns and you run over here and you get to here and that will despawn it and yada 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 and then you repeat. And then he cuts in. He cuts in from when he was editing the video and is like, you know, someone in my comments said, why don't you just save at the bottom of the teleporter? And I thought that was hilarious. Yes, Virizion we've gotten. We did get Virizion. That was the first legendary hole that I got, and we got that fairly quickly. It was in one stream. Mewtwo, I think that's 100% correct. Yes, yes. I'll get the shelf immediately and then struggle to catch it for 30 minutes. When Mega Sceptile uses Frenzy Plant, its tail launches like a missile. That's pretty sweet. Alright, let's just go ahead and knock this out. I don't want to deal with you, Noivern. I'm wasting time. Hold on. We're not doing that again. Old and Nintendo, things are going well. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, once we get these Noivern and Noibat taken care of and I can resave, then we're going to be in good shape. The donut goes fast enough that once they respawn, there's not a lot of time left, so should actually be pretty good. Come on, knock it out. Knock it out. You're so close. What are you doing? That was pathetic. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. There we go. And just knock that one out for good measure. Okay. Just going back here. And save. Alright, now we're good. Now we're good. Silver Fox, what's going on? Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. I wonder how many times I'm going to accidentally fall. So this is a 1 in 585 chance, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Sparkling Power 3 with Shiny Charm gives you 585. So if we keep this setup and I don't screw it up again by fast traveling, we should have a pretty good chance of getting this today. And then we'll go ahead and get the Sceptile Light. And then probably do a couple of Mega Evolution, like Rogue Mega Evolution holes. Get some points and see what our next special scan is. Isn't it better thanks to the one in 1024 Charm? I thought with the charm and sparkling power 3 is 1 in 585. Oh, okay, nice, Eric. It's always nice to see Rain if she's able to pop in. I know being on the West Coast and her being up like all night, every night playing Overwatch, sometimes she can't make it. But yeah, it's always nice to see Rain if she's able to pop in. That sounds right? Okay. So I was asking Kim this the other day. I want to get your guys' opinions. Do you think 1024 is going to be the new normal for Shiny Charm? Or do you think it's going to go back to 1365 in the next game? Like, do you think this is a one-off, or do you think that this is now where we are? I think 1024 is maybe a little too easy, for my personal opinion, as base odds. But I will say, I do like the number better than 1365. I like having a standard base 2 number. Who's to say? You guys are, that's why I'm asking. I'm not expecting any of you to know for certain, Matthew. I'm just trying to ask people's opinions so we can have some conversation. You think 1365? You think they upped it because you'll get a lot of spawns in the city at once? Interesting. Odds have been pretty low since Gen 2. Pretty low. Pretty low since Gen 2. Gens 2 through Gens 2 through Black and White were 8192. Actually, I mean 2 through 5 actually. I don't know, Margot. Nice OND. Good reference. 1365? The egg from Crystal, that one guy is 1 out of 8. Specifically for the odd egg, yes. Specifically for the odd egg, it is. But I mean, the base odds were 8192. Name one thing interesting in PLA that carried into future games other than ZA. That's fair. That's a good point. Yeah, Hisuian forms technically. Technically. Outbreaks. Yeah, true. Outbreaks did carry over. Although you could say that wasn't technically you could say that wasn't introduced in LATIAS Arceus, because someone explained to me what the difference is between Outbreak and a Gen 4 Swarm. Or I should say a Sinnoh Swarm. Because they were in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and BDSP. 1365, so they have room to, for the donut sandwich mechanic to use? Could be. So yeah, I think they just renamed it, but I think outbreaks are just the same thing as swarms. No, I know what you mean, Matthew. I mean, it's a good point. Crazy to imagine that we're just a little over a month away from Pokemon Day. Wish they had the linking cable back. Yeah, it's wild to me. Again, you know, a lot of people were making predictions about ZA based off of Legends Arceus, and while I don't think that they were necessarily bad predictions, you know, there had been one Legends game before this one, so there wasn't enough data to come up with patterns. You know what I mean? I do think it's weird that it went from literally not requiring you to have online connectivity with anyone to requiring you. Like, they actually introduced an item in Arceus so you didn't have to trade with people. to go to requiring you to trade with people. I do like the manual evolve. I do like that feature. Although it has caused me some consternation and confusion in the past, specifically with Galarian Yamask. I spent way too much time struggling trying to figure out how to evolve Galarian Yamask in this game, even with a guide. And same with Inkay, because I forgot about the manual evolution. Like they forgot about online functionality being a moneymaker. You mean in Legends Arceus? What are your speculations on Wind Wave rumors? Will we get new Eevee? I have not paid attention to any of the rumors slash leaks slash spoilers, other than, you know, what I see in other streams' chats or thumbnails or whatever. I don't believe we really know anything. Or I should say, I would like to believe we don't really know anything, but I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Out of curiosity, I got on the internet and looked for ZA rumors and leaks from before the game came out, and 3 days. Oh yeah, I do need to reset. Thank you, Razzie. 3 days before the base game came out, back on October 12th. There were messages on GameFAQs message boards correctly identifying the new megas in the Mega Dimensions DLC. It was missing a few. There were a few in that message that were missing. But all the ones that were listed were 100% correct. And that told me, okay, there are accurate leaks and spoilers out there. All the more reason why I don't want to hear them. And that's a personal thing. Back in the day, I was all about the leaks and spoilers. Here's how old I am. Back in 1999, early 99, I was getting on the internet and going to Japanese websites to look at the new Pokemon that were coming out in Gold and Silver. Because back then, games came out in Japan like months before the North American release came out. So I was getting online and looking at all the sprites on Japanese websites. I even possibly, perhaps, maybe, hypothetically, downloaded ROMs of the Japanese Gold and Silver so I could play them before the American ones came out. And every gen, I would do that. I would get all spoiled. I would look at the entire decks before it came out. I would kind of like, you know, put together the team that I wanted to do when the game came out. And I was fine with that. I did not do that for Legends Arceus, and I did not do that for Scarlet and Violet, and I really enjoyed being surprised by stuff. Natasha, what's going on? Good to see you. So, yeah, if people want to look at leaks and spoilers and rumors, that's fine. That's a personal thing. I would prefer not to know this stuff. And if you do want to look at leaks, rumors, and spoilers, I just politely ask one thing. When Nintendo does official announcements and trailers, don't bitch that there's nothing new in it, because you took it upon yourself to spoil yourself. That is a big pet peeve of mine. People will say that was such a lame trailer, that was such a terrible preview, they didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. And, well, yeah, it's because you decided to spoil yourself. That's why. You love seeing the entire game of Diamond and Pearl months before it came to America. You would never do that now. Exactly, Razzie. Exactly. I just, you know, I'm fine if people want to do that. I've done it. I get it. Just be respectful of those that don't want to. Oh, you're welcome, Razzie. Another thing, and this is a big deal for me. I think context is important. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about Mega Starmie for a second. Now, even though I was avoiding spoilers and leaks as much as I could, some things slipped through, like Mega Starmie, and I had heard that Mega Starmie looked ridiculous, that it had these legs, and the way it was described to me, the way I heard about it, I was literally imagining like big, beefy human legs, like big, muscly human legs, and I was like, "There's no way that's real." And then I played the game. I finally started making Starmie. I was like, "Oh, okay. They just extended two of the legs so that they're leg size." I feel like having the context, actually seeing it the way it's meant to be seen, instead of having it described like through like the telephone game, I think that's important. So like I would rather have stuff shown to me the way that Nintendo wanted me to find out about it than a not well described message board thread. What's up, Greninja? Yeah, hairy beef legs. That's what I was imagining in my head. Well, they just taught you to respect the people creating the game enough to absorb the news as it's decided to be given. Bingo bango, right there. That's it. Let them present it to me the way they want it to be presented. You have a best friend who's Japanese who would go to Japan. Every Pokemon generation would go to Japan and get all the games streamed, all the guys. That's awesome, Jerry. That's so cool. Hey, thank you for the floating heart, Greninja the Gray. Buff Psyduck legs with hair. Exactly. But yeah, that's just a personal pet peeve of mine. I not that I do it very often. I'm a terrible mod, but I do mod for HTV, and most of the time the only streams I really get a chance to get to are the announcement streams. And every single time, like he'll have like thousands of people in the chat, and as soon as the Pokemon Presents is over, people will complain there wasn't anything new, and it's like there wasn't anything new because you took it upon yourself to read about the leaks weeks ago. For the people that didn't know about the leaks, it was all brand new. You love your Mega Shot with Starmie? I think it's a cool. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. I mean, is it the most creative Mega? No, but I think it looks fine. I got nothing wrong with Starmie with two longer legs. I mean, it kind of makes sense. He does love his Burmese and Wormadam, absolutely. When I was doing my shiny living dex hunting for my Burmese and Wormadams, I made it a point to DM him a picture every time one of them shined, and he just kept saying, "Why, Hefty? Why do you do this to me?" Only good thing about Scarlet and Violet was seeing all the new designs for the first time. I will never forget live streaming my first playthrough on Scarlet and Violet the day it came out and seeing Finizen for the first time. And I was like, holy smokes, that's awesome. They finally did a dolphin Pokemon and it looks great. That was such a great feeling. Tatsugiri liked the idea of its Mega. It is pretty funny. I feel like they really leaned into the humor with the Megas this gen. So now I feel like there's not a lot of normal Megas anymore. It's either really, bad butt looking Megas or funny Megas. Like I would consider like let's say Aerodactyl to be like a standard Mega, or Tyranitar, uh, Metacham to be like a standard Mega. But now it's either like really awesome looking Megas or silly looking Megas. I need a reset. Hold on, I didn't. Okay. The only thing that could have topped is if they named Palafin Dolphin instead, right? DLC had better Megas though. I am notoriously anti-Mega as a concept, but I got to be honest. They had a lot of great designs for this game, and yeah, some of the ZA ones are really good. I absolutely love Mega Meowstic. I think it's so great. Mega Ampharos is pretty silly. Yeah, Ampharos with long flowing hair that somehow makes it a dragon. Um, I do think they got a little late. I don't want to say lazy. I don't understand the thought process behind giving Raichu two megas and giving Lucario a second mega, but the typing doesn't change. And I know someone's going to say, well, Lucario Z is more of a special attacker. I understand the stats are different. But I don't like that the typing didn't change. King Aurelius, what's going on, Aurelius? Thank you so much for the 10 months of membership. Good to see you, buddy. Happy New Year. Hope you've been doing well. Hope you had good holidays. Meowstic is so sick. It really is. And it is one of the ones that I really do want to get. I never managed to get a shelf on Meowstic in the base game. And now I really want to get one. I'm not sure what's up. Good to see you. What would I give the typing for Lucario Z? I would keep the fighting type. But I would give it either maybe Psychic or Fairy, maybe? Or Dark? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like... Yeah, Ghost. Ghost would be cool. I just don't like that it's the same typing. Fighting Fairy? Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. I'm doing well, Archer. How you doing? And thank you, Aurelius. Good to see you, my friend. You said pure fighting. Pure fighting would have been good too. Yep, James, that's a solid option. Same as Metachamp. Yeah, I mean, with the exception of I think seven type combos, anything you pick is going to be already covered by somebody else. Not sure yourself if you have creative control when the same typing. Yeah, it's just such a confusing choice for me personally. Trying to battle Mega Rayquaza, keep losing, it's frustrating. That was a tough battle. That was tough. Yeah, that's pretty good special attack. But yeah, I would have preferred it being a different type. Flocky, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Ghost type physical attacker would have been nice. Game lacks those. How about? I mean, I don't mean specifically for Lucario Z, but how about a good defensive ice type? Are we ever gonna get one of those? I don't think we have one yet, right? I think across the board, all ice types pretty much have junk for defense. Oh, does Titan have good defense? Okay, good. They did finally do it. Avalug? Alright, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. See, this is what happens when I try to get into a stats conversation. I just don't know what I'm talking about. Lucario Z fighting sound type? The good old sound type. It's okay, I'm doing great. Thank you, Matthew. That seems genuine. I appreciate you saying something that honest. We all learn together. Thank you, Razzie. Thank you so much for that. I'm just not a numbers guy, that's right. Terra Ice Aggron. That'd be crazy. I'm doing great. Thank you, Mewtwo. You're all doing great. Everyone here is doing fantastic today. I reset over a shiny? No, I didn't. What, a shiny Latias? No, I didn't. Who in the box? That's true. We got Clocky here. I think outside the box. Oh, what the talking about resetting over the Muna? There is a Muna down here. Yeah, we do know about the Muna. right there. If there's time later, I'll get it. Forsaken, what's up? Good to see you. You scared me there for a second, James. Do you know how embarrassing it would be to fail a legendary on stream? I don't know if I could survive that. The show out of the box? I don't think I've heard of that one, Clocky. Have you done it? Oh, I haven't. I've never failed a shiny legendary. Trying to get more points? Good luck. Other side is slightly faster. Yeah, the problem is that I have a Alpha Power 3 donut. So I'm just doing it this way so I don't have to worry about getting destroyed. I did catch the Virizion. I sure did. You gotta go. All right, Mighty Munchkin, thank you so much for being here. We got some bad RNG with the Shelf and Wyvern spawn right there. But we're just gonna deal with it for the rest of this donut. Did I beat the DLC yet? I have beaten the storyline, yes. I still have a bunch of legendaries and mythicals to get through the special scans. But yeah, the storyline's been beaten. Crazy how many people go to the effort to shiny hunt legendary just to fail it. The wheel's spinning, but the hamster's nowhere to be found. Matthew, I'm not sure if you understand how funny that is. Because I am talking about someone in particular that's failed a legendary at least 3 or 4 times. Yep, there we go. Forget about the anonymity. Yeah, I'm just making fun of shinies right now. I'm allowed to. Because he deserves it. Funniest part, why would you be anonymous? Because, I don't know. I don't know. Funniest part is, and I don't think everyone knows this, I'm gonna get in so much trouble, but I'm gonna drop a little bit of Shiny's lore. I'm sure some of you in the chat might already know this. He didn't fail Groudon twice. He failed Groudon 3 times. He hunted for Groudon after the second time he failed it, and before he actually caught it, he hunted it a 3rd time off stream, and he failed it then too. Yeah, 3 times on Groudon. Reg Ice, he accidentally. Welcome to the party, pal. Great goal! Thank you so much for the sub. We're only 3 subs away from our sub goal of 2,300. Yeah, 3 times on the Groudon. He with Reg Ice, it struggled to death, and then the Palkia, he close combated it. Yeah, Gull, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for being here. Nah, I love Nick, though. Great guy. You never failed a shiny? You are a lucky person, Jam. I certainly have failed shinies. I definitely have. And you know what? I take it back. I have failed legendaries, just not on stream. All of which were during wormhole hunts in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I reset over shiny Latias. Muscle memory just took over. I hit the reset button about half a second before I realized it was shiny. I used to do this thing where I would take pictures of shiny legendaries when they appear, and I would try my best. I know Jerry's seen some of these. I would try my best to get the star in the picture. So, for example, like this, I would try to get the star to show up, or like I think it's this way, like that, or like that. I would try to get the star to show up, and I was hunting for Regice, and Regice shone so quickly. Because here's how I would get the star. As soon as I saw it was shiny, I would immediately hit the home button. That would take me back to the 3DS home screen. Then I would get my camera ready. I get the everything set to go. Then I would go back into the game and I would take the picture when the star showed up. Red Eye showed up so quickly, I freaked out. I went to hit the home button and I hit the start button instead, and I reset over it. And then about an hour later, it happened again. And then, so it wasn't until the third time that I got the picture, and I didn't reset over it. Hey, that's shiny. I think that's shiny right there. Look at that. We have a shiny Latias. You know what? I gotta go back and save. I gotta go back and save first. I should have done that first. Now I'm running out of time. And then there was a shiny Guzzlord. I forgot it had Thrash, and it ended up getting confused and knocked itself out. So I have failed legendaries before, but not on stream. Okay, here we go. Jonas, welcome in, or Junus. All right, let's go get that shiny Latias. If I can remember how to play the game. I don't know what the catch rate is on this thing. So this might take some time. And we also have to get more Premier Balls because I am running out of them quickly. Hey, look at that. Caught it easily. Someone scared me and said there's like a 0.3% catch rate on this Latias. And then just for funsies, let's catch this Muna. You know what? I'm going to save. I need a Shalfa Ralts and a Shalfa Curlia. I know Ralts isn't in here, but we might be able to get a Curlia. Are there any teleporters in here? Is it worth looking for a teleporter? Or am I just going to have to fast travel? I mean, they're right there. Yeah, I can reach it through fast travel spam. Yeah, my only concern is, like, that means I only have one shot at this. I have to get it before the calories run out. What was my first shiny? My first shiny ever was a shiny Unknown Sea in either Fire Red or Leaf Green. I can't remember which game it was, which I then got on GameFAQs later on and traded for a shiny Zubat. But not too long after the shiny Unknown, I got a shiny Geodude, which is now a Golem, which I still have in home. And I nicknamed it the extremely clever nickname Rocky. All right, I'm going to look around real quick. I just got KO'd. No, Matthew. That is still one shiny I still need, is Unknown Sea. Which shiny you'll get first, Mime Junior, Metatite, or Abra? I'm going to say Metatite. Wish I caught that shiny Zubat still, your worst shiny fail. I love the shiny Zubat line, honestly. I think the whole line is great. You want to see me reclaim my Unknown Sea? I do too. It's just too bad that C is not a letter in the word friend. I don't know why I didn't ride that teleporter back. That was pretty stupid. Oh, this could work. This is going to be far enough away, right? Are you trading? I'm not trading right now. Feel free to trade in the chat with other people if you want to. And that sub counts up to 2298. If that was you that just subbed, please let me know so I can say thank you. We're now only 2 subs away from our sub goal. I wonder if that is close enough. What do we got over here, by the way? I can't remember. Okay, we got Muna there. You got Shiny Mime Jr. Nice. So was it 1, 2, 3? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right? 4, 5, 6. Or wait. 5, 1, 2. Hello, what is up? All right, so that's 3 by 2. So what's square root of 13? Square root of 13 is 3.6. 3.6 times 7, 25. Yeah, that should be close enough. I think that should be close enough if I remember my algebra correctly. Forsaken wants to know if anybody wants to trade shinies. If you're interested in trading shinies, let Forsaken know. And Forsaken, if someone wants to, they will let you know. Just old a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Shelf, a Kanto Meowth, Persian, and an extra Audino. You're killing it, Razzie. Good job. Okay. So, I want to just roll a little bit. Roll back. Alright, we're going to let this go for a little bit. I should have saved, but I didn't. Judas is down to trade Shiny Bellsprout. Nice. I need to reclaim, or I guess I'm not reclaim. I need to get another Shelf of Bellsprout. I did get the Shelf of Bellsprout in Zone 5, but I evolved it into Victory Bell, and now I wish I didn't. I can't believe we got the Latias that early, too. It's been, I mean, we got that in just over an hour. It's pretty darn good. All right, so after we finish this hole, we will be going for the Sceptile-ite. And then we'll do some Mega Rogue evolution battles to get some points. And then we're going to see what hole we get. 3 now, Wolf. I need Latios, Terrakion, and Cobalion. And from what I understand and what Razzie told me, and Razzie has never led me astray, I've knocked out the 2 hardest. The other 3 are easy setups. I think that arguably, or maybe objectively, Latios is the longest, but like time-wise, but it's the easiest. Yes, I am going to be buying Premier Balls. Thank you, Razzie. You just have Latios to go? Nice, Wolf. Yeah, if I could clutch a Shelfa Kirlia out of this, that'd be pretty sweet. I gotta see how our calories are going. I gotta wait for it to pop up though. We're going so fast, the menu's not even popping up. 925. 924. Okay, so we're getting like 924. 924, that's 3. 923. So we're either getting 3 or 4 checks per calorie. I shouldn't say checks. We're teleporting 3 or 4 times. So let's say we're getting 2 checks per calorie. We're getting 2 checks per calorie. Let's just say 900. We can get 1800 checks. Yeah, we should be good. Now the question is if it's going to be alpha. 18th birthday party. Oh my gosh, old Nintendo dude. Congratulations on being even older. Happy birthday to your youngest. Have a great day, buddy. Nice, chill, soft reset hunt to finish the set, right? I mean, I don't know a lot about Terrakion. That was the one that I probably paid the least attention to when Shinies and Chem were hunting it. But I know Cobalion's pretty laid back, and obviously Latios is very laid back. All right, let's check and see if we got something. No, those are appearing pretty far away, actually. Now I'm questioning myself. No, that's got to be less than 50. Now that I'm looking at it again, it's got to be less than 50. Right? I mean, I'm seeing the Hawlucha, and they're pretty parallel with the not parallel. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like they're probably about the same distance away as the Hawlucha. It's just I can't see them because they're behind the building. Best case scenario, we waste time finding shiny. Worst case scenario, we waste time not finding shiny. True, true. I'm just wondering if there's... No, I mean, there's no other way to check this. There is another way to check this. There is another way. Am I going for the Shuffle Living Dex? I would like to eventually do that. But going back to the conversation from the beginning of the stream, I'll just be honest, I don't know how much of that will be streamed. Because... I don't know. Honestly, I'm up in the air right now. I don't want to make more donuts. Okay, hold on. I think we can check this and get a certain answer, but let me just check real quick. See if we got anything. No. And why are there only 2 spawns? Where are the rest of my spawns? What the heck? What's up, not be edits? Why was there only 2 spawns there? Two alphas and 2 non-alphas. The non-alphas must apply. Oh, that's right! Wolf, you're so smart. I forgot Curlia can flee. When am I going for Shiny Jirachi and Coliseum? When you send me the disc. Which game is this? This is Pokemon Legends ZA. Happy birthday, Jess. Good to see you. All right, so yeah, I forgot they can flee. Gardevoir and Curlia can flee, so I have to make sure they don't see me when I set this up. Thank you, Matthew. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take one sub. Thank you so much. We are now up to 22.99. One sub away from 2,300. That's pretty crazy. Sorry you weren't chatting. You were making waffles. I hope you made some waffles for me too. Grind so many dang donuts while binging Stranger Things. Why didn't you grind donuts for me? That's rude. All right, I feel confident that we are resetting this. We're just gonna let this run for a bit. I totally forgot they can flee though. Thank you, Matthew. My real birthday when Hefty doesn't wish me one. That's right. The only day of the year I don't wish Jess a happy birthday is on her birthday. Does Curlia like curly fries? Yes. Turbo A and a macro with the reset helps so much for grinding donuts. Must be nice to have a macro controller. No, I'm teasing. I could obviously get a macro controller if I want to. I you ever like take a stand? You ever do something or not do something totally on principle, even though it makes absolutely no sense and all you're doing is really hurting yourself? I refuse to buy a macro controller for one game on principle. And all that's done is just make this game harder for me than for other people. Macaroni and cheese? I could go for some macaroni and cheese. Hey, I got an idea. While this is running, because this is kind of boring to watch, let's open up some Pokemon packs. It's silly to buy one now. The macros get no real use anymore. Yeah, with a few exceptions. I do know about the macro that Nick put together for um, save scumming, which honestly, it takes like half a second and two fingers to begin with. Like you were just saying with the donuts, and I'm I'm constantly in need of money, and I still know that there's that Gia Quinto or whatever her name is, that battle that can net you a lot of money that you can just set up a macro. Um, those would be helpful now. And then there's also certain static alphas in the base game that could still go for. All right, I am missing 2 cards from Mega Rising Mega Blaziken. Missing 2 base cards. Let's see if we can get it. Can every shiny huntable mon in the game be found in hyperspaces? I believe so. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think all the base game Pokemon um, are in hyperspace holes. Patrat, Simisear, Pachirisu, Toxapex, and Ms. Magus, and that's it. John Striker, what's going on? Good to see you. You know what? Let's just open up a 10 pack. I checked my inbox today. I will right now, Mewtwo. Oh my goodness gracious. Mewtwo sent me the Ampharos I needed. Thank you so much. And Silly Jess, thank you for the happy poop. I wish you all a happy poop today. All right, now I'm just missing 2 cards. I need Pyroar and Golurk. Happy poop, everyone. I'd also like the shiny Rowlet, so let's do a 10-pack on the Mega Blaziken. See if we can get some shinies. Oh my gosh, Wolf, that's disgusting. How dare you be so gross? Jess, thank you for rejoining the Poliwag party. Let's get some hype in the chat. All right, here we go. Silcoon, Corvisquire, Misdreavus, Leo, and Braviary. You can open these set in pocket too. Yeah, there's still just now 2 base cards I need, plus a whole bunch of, hey, look at that. My prescription's ready to be picked up. Nice. Ferroseed, Honedge, Flame Patch, Palpitoad, Crawdon, Natu, Beware, Heatmore, Marini, and Prank Spinner, Crabrawler, Blitzel, Seismitoad, Cascoon, and Trevenant. That pack came with prescriptions, right? Misdreavus. There's the Golurk I need. Sweet. Now I just need the Pyroar, Golett, Sandygast, and Aromatisse. Wurmple, Chatot, Pidgeot, Growlithe, and Archon. Duskull, Durant, Misdreavus, Ferrothorn, and Hitmonchan. Friendu, yeah, are you talking about in Pokemon TCG Pocket? If you put in exclamation point pocket, it will give you my friend code. Golett, Ferroseed, Honedge, Dusknoir, and Archon. Miltank, Honedge, Watchog, and the weird little Makahita. And Corvisquire, Wurmple, Simisear, Pidgeotto, and another Golurk. Well, 10-pack for the Golurk, basically, which isn't awesome, but considering that that's one of the 2 base cards in the entire game I need right now, I'll take it. Then you're craving Burger King for breakfast. Now you got to figure out which family member to bribe to go get the food over for overpaying for going. Oh my gosh, so such a good question. Got to get that Burger King though. I do like Burger King breakfast. All right, let's go back. Amber, how are you doing this morning, and how did you answer the poll? I'm very curious how you answered the poll. All right, did we get lucky? No, not yet. Yes, John. A dear friend named Razzie Live gave me the, gifted me the, or traded me the shiny Poliwhirl last weekend, and then in a perfect example of instant karma. Okay, let me explain the situation. Razzie offered a trade for the shiny Poliwhirl. I said thank you, and I traded him a shiny Oricorio. After the trade, Razzie admitted that it wasn't an extra shiny Poliwhirl. It was the only shiny Poliwhirl he had, and that made me feel very bad. And I yelled at him for making me feel guilty for taking it. And then the next pack he opened had a shiny Poliwhirl. That is what is called instant karma. You're doing okay? Back feeling any better? That's awesome, right? Isn't it? So it was kind of a win-win-win. I think I might give up on this Curlia. Oh my gosh, we just hit 2,300 on the subs. If you just subbed, if you were number 2,300, please let me know so I can say thank you. Hitting that milestone, that number, that beautiful number we've been wanting to hit since 2200. That was you. Thank you so much, Slowpoke. Big liar. It was Wolf. That actually wouldn't surprise me. I can't tell if we're just getting bad luck, if I'm just being impatient, or if we aren't resetting these. But I do know, there is one thing I do know 100% without any question. That I have to pee. So I'll be right back. Wolf in Tune is in charge. I'll see you in just a minute. Politoed? Politoed's pretty cool. I like Politoed. I think it's a good looking Pokemon. I think it's got a beautiful shiny. I don't feel like it belongs in the Poly family. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My hands are clean. Thank you. You want to see me go to the game while playing the restroom? You're silly. Uh, Jess, that is weird and gross. Well, I guess not gross. It's just, I don't know. I didn't know that. Okay, let's see if we got it. Yes, I have Wolf, and it's absolutely adorable. Yeah, I mean, I like Politoed. I'm not saying anything bad about Politoed. I think it's a great Pokemon. Beautiful shiny. Absolutely adorable. I just don't feel like it fits in the Poly family. What was I gonna say? Oh, so some of you know, some of you don't. I mentioned last Sunday that I fulfilled one of my New Year's resolutions. I went to the gym and canceled my gym membership. I've been meaning to do that for the last 5 years. But on Monday, my stationary bike got delivered. So I got that all set up on Monday night, and I've been riding it. And I'm now riding it at least twice a day. I'm working on building up my endurance again before I start doing like any long term workout type things. But now I'm up to I've built myself up to 4 miles a day, 2 miles in the morning, 2 miles in the evening. I think I did 2 this morning. I think I'm going to do another 2 miles this afternoon and then another mile tonight to get me up to 5. And I think starting tomorrow, I'll be doing 2.5 miles twice a day. Oh, you found the keys? Good job, Amber. Good job on finding the keys. So I'll be doing 5 miles a day, and then once I get to that point, then I'm going to start increasing the resistance and going from there. Um, I I don't look any different yet, but I already feel so much better. I've never been like a big boy, but um, I did realize this past year. If you guys knew, like I had some health issues over the summer into the early fall, so I would go to a lot of like doctor appointments, like follow appointments and everything, and you go to the doctor's office for whatever, and like they how tall are you, and they weigh you and everything, and I was shocked um, for being what is in my mind a small, skinny little boy that I still think of myself as. I honestly have never weighed that much in my life. And so I was hoping I could do something about that. And so I finally got off my duff and now I'm working on it. And like I said, like visually, not a lot of changes yet, if any, but I am feeling better about it mentally because I'm actually doing something about it. So happy about that. I don't know how much I want to lose weight wise, but like I was always hovering somewhere around between like 155 to 160. And in the fall, when I had my last doctor's appointment, I was at 179. Um, and I mean, I could definitely like I didn't know the weight difference, but I could definitely visually tell for a long time. Um, I'd like to get back to like how tall am I? 5'7". Like I've shown Amber some pictures in the past. Like Amber knows what I used to look like pre-COVID. I'd like to get back to that. Volleyball, sand volleyball. That is something that we could do. Probably not in January though, Matthew. Maybe that's more of a summer activity. Jerry, you're a cool guy too. And thank you guys. Thank you all for the good job and congrats. And Slowpoke, Eric. I appreciate that, guys. Um, yeah, it's I just need to be more active. I've gotten so how do I put this? I don't move a lot in my daily life, and that's something I need to do more of. I work a desk job that is like 3 miles from my house, and then I come home and just relax, and I just need to add something to the routine. So, anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I'm excited about it. I'm happy. All right, let's see if we got anything. No, I'm giving up on this. I'm giving up. It's fine. Um, it was kind of a long shot anyway. That was our one chance. I mean, I could. I don't know. But I can work. Heck no. Heck no, I'm not. I still live in central Pennsylvania and it's January. And I also, Jerry, probably the most important part about that is my office is on a highway. Let's get some nature guesses for the LATIAS. So no, I probably won't be biking on the highway. We got calm. We got bold. And for those of you that don't remember, or this is your first time here, if you guess the nature and it's correct, you get to nickname the shiny. We got calm, modest, brave, ope, impish, lonely, hee Jess, naughty. John Streckert says naughty, even though you guys can't see it yet. Can you guess Muna? Yeah, you can guess Muna too. You can certainly guess Muna too. Bold, bashful. Come on, mods. There we go. It's a medium-sized Latias, too. All right, the Latias is docile, not quirky. I don't see any dociles. But the Muna is jolly. No one said jolly. Okay. I'm just gonna put these down here for now. You stole chocolate covered coffee beans from my work? You did, and they never bought them again. We have to name it Gina Latina. Brave. Oh, Jerry, you were so close. Dang it, I always do that. You bribed a family member to get Burger King out here winning in life, but in debt money-wise. Ain't that the way it always goes? First city that you think of in Pennsylvania is Erie. I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say that's unique, Mewtwo. I would say you're probably one of the only people that immediately goes to Erie, Pennsylvania when you think of the state. That's actually kind of cool. You got Robux from Blocks drops. Good job, Oblivion. That's pretty awesome. How to get Marshadow? Marshadow's in here. It's one of the side quests. I believe it's a side quest. I don't think it's a whole. I think it's a side quest. Let me see here. Yes, 192, the Stealthy Shadow. That was a fun one, actually. That was one of the few fun ones. That one, you had to solve a little riddle. Okay, let's see. All right, who is that? Anyone know what that mega is? Is that a Meowstic? Regardless, we have to go get some donuts. That's probably the one task Nick immediately finished. It was a like I was very critical of the side quests in the DLC. That one was actually a lot of fun. That one and the math one I really enjoyed. Hold on a second. Actually, no. We're not actually donut farming. We're just getting a donut. Can never tell what these megas are by the silhouettes. Neither can I. All right, let's just do 4 Chilean and 4 Charty. You say bad, uneducated guesses? That's not bad. Defense power 2 and attack power 2, I'll take that. You really enjoyed the side quest that you had Ken do yesterday? It was fun. Oh, I missed it. What side quest did you have him do, Eric? I had a meeting at 1 that lasted until about 3:45. But it was a good meeting. I'm not complaining. It was a good meeting. Lunch was provided. It was basically a big brainstorming session for initiatives and promotions for the year for some of our clients. It was definitely needed, and it was very productive. So it was a long meeting, but it was a good meeting. But because of that, I missed basically the second half of Chem's stream. Is that? Yeah, that's inside zone 5. All right, here we go. All right, let's knock out this here. Also, I still need to get Premier Balls, and we need to get the Sceptile thing. Let's do that after this battle. Something with Scizor Oh my gosh, the scissor one on the rooftop? Is that the one you're talking about? That's all I'll say because you haven't done it yet. That side quest upset me so much. I literally messaged Nick and said, these side quests are terrible. They're the worst." I can't believe poor Kem had to do that side quest. He's never going to do a side quest again because of that. What's wrong with it? It is pointless. I don't want to say too much because I know some people get weird about spoilers. It's just nothing happens. It's terrible. All right, let me check out just. Yep, that's that just what I know about you. That totally tracks. That would be the first thing you think of. That makes perfect sense. That's where your mind goes. Dang it! Oh, this stupid thing. Chinese, what's going on? Good to see you. Think of Harrisburg? Yeah, that makes sense. Um, I don't like fighting Meowstick. There we go. Not only do you have to buy a computer today, you have to get a camera for Zoom calls. Any suggestions using your phone for Zoom was awkward on Thursday. Um, Honestly, Eric, I wouldn't suggest not using your phone. I would just suggest getting like a phone stand. I think camera wise, that's probably the best way you can go about it. But instead of just like having to like hold the camera and being all weird, I would just get like a cheap phone stand. That's what I would do. Hey, we got K-Sib and a Tankaberry there. That's nice. Happy last quarter, Nick. Moons in Libra. Sweet. Okay. Let's go. Logitech C922, if not, but what have you saying right there? MagSafe monitor mounts that are like $10. Yeah, I mean, you can't see. Actually, I can show you. Hold on, this would be kind of fun. Hold on. So this is the thing that I have, my stand for my phone. I got this at Ollie's for like $5. And it's got the clip, and then that's where the phone goes, and then it's got a light that comes off of it too. And that was like $5 at Ollie's, which is, if you don't know, it's just like a really cheap store. You love Ollie's? They got a lot of stuff for cheap. All right, let's go buy some balls. Got a ton of WoW books? Sweet. Yeah, whenever I go there, I have to check out what, actually, I'll show you. I'll show you. I recently went to Ollie's and checked out what graphic novels they have, and I got this. This is the Black Panther Omnibus 1 from the Christopher Priest series that he wrote in '98. This has like 40 something issues. It's thick. It's a thick boy. We're talking about like probably over 1,000 pages. It's a thick hardcover boy. The the MSRP on this is $100. I got this at Ollie's for $24.99. Ollie's basically is a store that buys overstock of everything and then sells it at a really cheap price. Yeah, real steel. Extremely good steel. All right, here's the ball emporium. Let's buy some premier balls. Kalos is the best region because you can just buy premier balls. Guess the steel book. Oh, the skateboard trick and ollie. Yeah. Wow. I haven't thought about an ollie in that aspect in a long time. All right, let's go ahead and get this septilite. Oh, I gotta move my team. Would you play Pokemon if it was in VR? I'd certainly check it out. All right, you guys can watch me flail about as we try and get to rank S. This will take a little bit of time. I think with the Baxcaliburite, I think it took me 3 battles, maybe 4. Yeah, I don't have an IKEA here either. Surprising no one. All right, let's do this. How are we doing on the likes, by the way? We got 36 likes, you guys? Come on now. Come on now. 36 likes? No one has given me a new like goal? Let's get a like goal of 45. That's where all your bedroom furniture came from. Sweet. Wigglytuff side quest? Probably. I think I only have like 3 or 4 side quests left to go. How many times will I crash out at rank today? That's a good question. We'll have to find out. Okay, that's one down. I go 45. Thank you. Dang it! Now I can't take the time to pin it. I will pin that in just a second. Okay. There we go. Message. Try to double tap your screen, doesn't work. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that the last few weeks that a lot of times it won't do anything. And I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, you don't have the fun animation anymore? Exactly. If you click on the three dots in the top right corner, then you can just manually hit the like button. You can hit the thumbs up there. Yeah, it's weird, Mewtwo. Like, once I like the stream, then if I double click, it will show the animation. But it won't show the animation, and it won't like the stream until after I like the stream, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, Jerry, have a good breakfast with Mom. Tell her I said hello. All right, good enough for the first one. You liked, nice. If you tap on the top of the screen where the likes are, it also pops up with the info to like and share, etc. Nice, that's good to know. Blue Jerry, or Boo Jerry. All right, that wasn't a bad one. We got second place. All right, so we're at W. It does work for you, just no need animation. Interesting. Yeah, for me, it won't like. What's the Omega Stone? Septiolite. Hey, Rebecca, what's going on? Good to see you. Breakfast time, sweet. Enjoy that Burger King. I'm jealous. All right, so it's probably going to be 3 battles to get this. Who do we got here? Is that really a SCO villain? That's interesting. What the heck was that? What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Alright, as long as this Pikachu guy doesn't get any points, we're gonna be good. Jess, thank you for the thumbs up. Hero, we managed to get the shiny Latias. And now we're just working on getting the Sceptilite, and then we're going to do some more battles to get points to get another special scan. Oh, come on. I'm in trouble. We're in last place now. Cats haven't left you alone since you got home? My goodness. Merlin and Vivian just love you too much. Come on. Oh man, yeah, we are boned. Okay, whew, we tied. We tied for last. Or for second, however you want to look at it. Your points again. Alright, so it doesn't really matter. V U T. Alright, one more battle. One more battle and we'll get it. I'm not crashing it. But yeah, I mean this isn't bad. I mean I don't enjoy it as I don't enjoy it so much like I'm going to go out of my way to get like rank A. But just doing like, you know, a couple of battles to get the Mega Stone, I don't mind. Also, I like that, you know, I've been able to run my exact same team since season 1 and not really had any detriment. Tatsugiri is an interesting pick. I mean, really, I think Fairy... Is Fairy the only thing that... and I guess Dragon. Fairy and Dragon's the only thing that Tatsugiri is weak against? I should put a Fairy move on my team. Dang! Ranked is very silly. It's definitely unique the way they did it. Nice. We're tied for first right now. We're in first now. Oh, we got this in the bag. We're golden, baby. Oh yeah. We're on a roll here. We're good. And we won. We won. We got first place. Let's see how many points that was. $140. Nice. All right, we did it. We got to rank S. We got our Septilite. GG's, everybody. We did it. Okay, let's get back to beating up some stuff. What's up, Sika? Good to see you again. Okay, let's go to a Pokemon Center. Let's sell some stuff. It has been a while. How you been? Better than ever? Love to hear it. That's a great answer. And let's reset the day. Audio stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. I hope everyone can hear me in the game. Cam Nation, what's up, buddy? We got the Latias. And now we're just getting some points so that we can do another scan. What is that going to be? What do you suppose that is? And I can't tell if it's inside or outside. What are you saying? It's all crackly? I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Oh, we need a donut. Right, we need a donut. Let's go get a donut. Still catching with Pokemon? Nice. He's messing with me. Good, good. I can't believe he would be that rude. Okay, let's do this. Protective Chilean chocolate donut. I could go for a chocolate donut, but I'm not gonna. Who is this? Who are you? Camerupt. Okay. Camerupt. Big boy. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. Alright, come on. Hit my Annihilate. Hit the Annihilate. Hit it. Why aren't you hitting the Annihilate? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Silhouette looked nothing like Camerupt. I agree. That was a silly thing that happened. There we go. All right, we beat it. That was a close one. Mewtwo. I gotta run this little streamer's room again. You're in charge. Okay. All right. Let's. What are we gonna do now? I guess we need to get more points. Let's get more points. And thank you to whoever just subbed, bringing the count up to 2301. Appreciate you. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. Peak Gamer Moments. Thank you. Welcome back. That was fast. Thank you. Thank you. I pride myself on my speed. While we are setting up for the next hunt, let's play Guess the Pokemon plush. I have a plush right here. You can't see it. Just below the camera. But I have a plush of a Pokemon. And you have to guess what Pokemon it is. And if you are correct, you win. What is going on? Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. I have Max Premier Ball, so he can't give them to me. It's not Slowpoke. It's not Pikachu. It's not Latias. It's not Rowlet. It's not Pseudo-Wudo. Can we get a hint? We will get a hint in a little bit. Capybara plays. Typically, I let everyone just kind of guess whatever they want for the first couple minutes. Then once everyone flails about and has no idea what they're doing and looks like a fool, then I'll start giving hints. Not Illumise, not Pukumuku, not Minun. Cats are running around like they're part of NASCAR. Nice. Are they winning? Not Charcadet. Not Totodile. Not Dragonite. Not Trico. Not Yanma. Not Polyswirl. Polyswirl would be pretty neat. Not Plusle. Not Delibird. Not Muna. Not Pidgeot. Not Poliwag. Not Pikachu. Pikachu, 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 Pikachu. Not Pikachu. Not Morpeko. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay, nice. It's pretty close. That is a Mega Banette. The nice thing about Mega Banette is that means I don't have to trick-or-treat it. What gen is it? Okay, I will give you guys a clue. It is Gen 4. It is indeed Gen 4. Oh no, is this up on the... This is up on the roof. It's not Pichu, not Poliwrath. John Streckert coming in immediately with Carnivine. It is, in fact, Carnivine. John Streckert, you are like a pro at this game. Let's get some hype in the chat for John. I don't know if you're our number one winner, John, but you got to be close to being the number one winner. All right, now I get to figure out how to get up there. This is the fun part. Let's try this. Oh my gosh, Jess, adorable. Adorable! I don't understand how something can be that adorable. Isn't his full name John Pokemon? I think it is. John Pokemon Streckert. There it is. Okay. And we forgot to do a donut. Why do you guys keep letting me forget to do a donut? Speaking of forgetting. Okay, we're still good on the light goal. You guys haven't screwed up again. We are getting very close to light goal though. It's 3 seconds. We're going Pika, Pika, Pika. I will check it out shortly, Jess. And oh my gosh, that sub count went to 2302. We are just crushing today's sub goal. His full name is John Regitato Pokemon Strecker. I think you're right, but you know what? Don't be doxing John. How many shinies do I have in this game? About probably close to 150, 160. No, more than that. What am I talking about? That was such an underestimation. I don't know why I said 150, 160. So 226. I mean, overall, maybe 300. 300 maybe. Close to it. The evolutions are a favorite at the moment, and Cutiefly. Cutiefly is adorable. I love Cutiefly. So yeah, that's in this game. Capybara, overall, not just this game, but across all games. I don't have some of the shiny lock Pokemon, obviously like Hoopa, Volcanion, and there's a couple that are technically huntable, but almost impossible to get, like Jirachi. But other than that, I have a full shiny living dex. Every huntable Pokemon in the dex, I have. And then I'm missing 10 unknown and 3 family mousehold. So right now what I'm working on, well not right now, but just overall in general, what I've been working on is completing my my shiny Premier Ball form decks. So there's still probably about a dozen Pokemon I need to rehunt in Premier Balls. What's up, Juan Carlos? You haven't seen a Keyflight push, so you want to be able to get a crochet one this year for her? Oh, that's awesome. Talk to Amber, although I know you already have. Amber's a big crocheter. Spinarak. Spinarak's a cool Pokemon. Becky, what's up? Good to see you. All right, now let's let him get hits. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We just want Annihilate to take a few hits. Just beat up Annihilate a little bit. There you go. Let him get hit a little bit more. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's go ahead and heal Annihilate. Favorite candy and why? Good question. I am a big fan of Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Three Musketeers, and whatchamacallits. Although the whatchamacallits nowadays aren't as good as they used to be back in the 90s. Why? Because I think they taste good. If we're talking about non-chocolate, gummy bears all the way. Gummy bears are amazing. There we go. But that's down. I struggled with this whole Annihilate strategy for so long until I realized two things. One, use the plus power. And two, let Annihilate take a bunch of hits first. Because it needs to get hit a bunch of times for it to, you know, really do some damage. And just like by nature, like I kept trying to dodge all the hits. Poor dexterity issue for you, along with the hand tingles, which you're also working on. You know you can crochet. I know you can too. You're gonna do great. You're amazing. You're the best there ever was or will be. All right, let's check out our new hole. Let's see if we got anything good in our hole. The best, the best, the best, the best, the best. I do like, let me, hold on a second here. How many Tanga berries do I have now? 6. I got 2, I have 2, blah, blah. Can't talk. I have 6 Tanga berries now. And 12 Haban. I can make 2 more donuts. Nick, that got that song stuck in your head, right? 1 like until we hit 45. We're only 1 like away from our like goal. All right, let's see. Let's hope for a good scam. Please don't let it be a battle zone. What is it going to be? It is a battle zone. You cannot slowpoke. You cannot back up reset for it. It is predetermined. Oh, Jess, that Nightbot message, that is whenever anyone mentions Nick, it talks about Nick's favorite things. That is everything that Nick likes. Let's try and get a good donut. By the way, it just occurred to me, everyone that's enjoying the backup saves for the donut resets, it just occurred to me that's how they're going to patch it. They're going to change the donuts to the same way the special scans work. They're going to be predetermined, and that's how they're going to get around it in the next patch. I don't know why that got hidden. So weird. Needs to be updated with moon facts. Shut up about the moon. Let's make a donut. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. What else does Nick like? No, that's it. That's pretty much all he likes. No, I don't know. I don't know. I made that command like 3 years ago. There's probably some things that could be added to it. Bowling. He does like bowling. Oh, God. Why? Why do you give me this donut first? Keep it. I'm literally making one note donut. I mean, yeah, you know what, John, I will. We're just gonna keep this donut and we're going to keep resetting until I find a hole with something I want. So I don't want to spend a bunch of time trying to get a good hole. We gotta, you know what? That's actually not bad. That's not bad. It'd be pretty cool to get a shelf of Trico as well, considering we just got the Septilite. I've been talking about needing a shelf of Bellsprout. And I do need a shelf of Bidoo and Roselia. Brandon, what's going on, buddy? And yes, it certainly is. I'm done with it. I'm just over all this. But yeah, let's do that. That's the exact hyperspace you're in right now for Trico. All right, bet Razzie, I'll meet you there. Can you imagine? Could you imagine if I went to that hyperspace hole and Razzie was sitting there hunting? How cool would that be? All right, let's do it. This better be outside. This better not be in the sewer. Nicole, what's going on? Good to see you. Alpha 2 isn't terrible. Sparkling 3s, you can just save scum the alpha. Yeah, but this is going to be Alpha 2 Sparkling 2. Unfortunately. I don't want to spend the next... It's in the sewer. Awesome. I don't want to spend the next half hour trying to get a good hole or a good donut. Online-ish feature the Sword and Shield. I was just thinking that, Brandon. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, it's unfortunate there's not really any sort of online playability, real or imagined, in this game. Yours is outside? Yeah, this is just terrible. This is the worst thing ever. We're not doing it. The double tap doesn't work. That's what I'm saying, Cam. If you hit the 3 dots, you can then hit the thumbs up button. Happy birthday, Jess. All right, let's see what else we got. That's a disappointment. I do need all those Shelfa. I do need Noibat and Pidgeot. Yeah, but that's a 170. I don't want to do 170. Ooh, I do want a Shelfa Esper to turn into a Meowstic. We were just talking about that earlier. Let's check out this hole. Static Meowstic, it's a simple hunt, but I don't like it. Also, I get a chance of getting a Mime Jr. Gonna get going all the luck. Thank you so much, Jess. Where am I going? It's the wrong way. Well, let's just check it out, see if it's a good hole. Good job, Jess. My shelf counter is gone. It is. It is indeed gone, as is the shiny counter. And this is my least favorite map. Although we could definitely do fast travel spam. I do have a guaranteed shiny though. What's my guaranteed shiny? Yeah, glad it's not a sewer. Absolutely. Also, the Esper run away, don't they? Except for the alphas. Let's see what's up here. I just want to see what the shiny is. We might do this, though, because as bad of a map as this is, it's actually got a pretty good fast travel setup. What is my guaranteed shiny, though? Like, am I bugging? Did you guys see a shiny or hear a shiny sound? When I enter the map? Okay. Alright, we'll go back to him. Brandon, I mean, that's two separate thoughts, but I'm sure you did hear the shiny sound when I entered the map. I mean, because the shiny, if I understand it correctly, I could be mistaken, the shiny has to be within 50 meters of when you spawn in to show up as one of the thingies, right? You heard it again. Okay, so it is right here somewhere. Okay, it's not a Mime Junior. I'm probably going to scare it away, but... Yep, there it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it was an Esper. Okay. It was an... Okay, it's an Esper. But not a Shalfa Esper. Alright, I think we're just gonna fast travel. We're gonna fast travel, see if we can get a Shalfa Mime Junior or a Shalfa Esper. Do I have a shiny Porygon? Not in this game. Thank you, Razzie. Thank you, Kem. Why did you both say the same thing back to back? That makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me nervous when Kem and Razzie say the same thing. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Mewtwo. Thank you, Kiro. Razzie and I are both very alike in that we both look good. That is true. You're both very handsome people. You're not talking to Kem after yesterday. Why? What happened yesterday? No one has one so far. My friend Shiny's got a couple of shiny Porygon yesterday. I just haven't had the opportunity really to hunt it yet. Oh, I guess I should change the hunt, huh? You know what? We'll throw Mime Jr. on there too. Yeah. And thank you for the 45 likes. We need a new like goal. Can we get a like goal of 55? You hope one of his daughters put super glue on his floor wig before stream one day. Oh my gosh, that would be pretty funny. New shiny Porygon Z for your living ducks. Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those too in this game. Also, 2303 on the sub count now. If you just please let me know so I can say thank you. All right, I'm impatient. Let's see if we got anything yet. Nope. Nope. You've only said nice things to Razzie, and this is how you're treated. That's correct. That is what's happening. Man, we got a feud breaking out here today. Y'all want the YouTube drama? We got it right here. I expect an apology video by tomorrow to be live. Do you imagine? What are the chemical properties of super glue? Mewtwo's asking the real questions here. I think we all like to know that. What's up, the true alpha? How you doing today? Good, glad to hear it. All right, we got one game left to play, and it is going to be Guess the Marvel Superhero, which we have not successfully played in a while. Razzie, I don't know if you heard it last Sunday or if you had already taken off, but right at the end of the stream, I did, in fact, do a reveal of the book, which was New Avengers. That's okay. I just wanted 2304. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. And I want you guys to start guessing Marvel superheroes, and I'll let you know if you're correct. It's not Black Panther, by the way. Hassan, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Not Human Torch. Can you guess the Thing, too? I mean, the Thing is a Marvel superhero. Missed it last week. Yeah, you asked me about it. I went and grabbed a book and then immediately forgot. And right before the end of stream, I announced the book. You're sure I have a thing? Well, that is true, Eric. I do, in fact, have a thing. I haven't popped in a minute. College been keeping you busy. Glad to hear it. And I'm sure you're doing fantastic, Hassan. It's a separate game. It is, in fact, a separate game. We will be playing Guess the Thing today. We'll be playing it right now. The category for Guess the Thing is Marvel Superhero. No, no, I'm not glad that you've been gone. I'm glad that you've been crushing it at school. It is not Obnoxio the Clown. It's not Dr. October. Just heroes or cab be villains. So, all right, for those of you taking notes at home, how about this? Um, these books, there are books for Carnage, Doctor Doom, um, Morbius, and depending on whether you consider them villains or not, Venom, and what was the other one I was going to say? Deadpool. So depending on what you consider them, those do have books. This is not one of those though. Gotta run. All right, Slowpoke, have a great rest of your day. Not Captain Canuck. Mewtwo coming in right away with Silver Surfer. What even the heck, dude? Both of our games have just been absolutely blown out immediately. It is, in fact, Silver Surfer. This is Freedom. That's Silver Surfer, and that's Nova, the female herald of Galactus, and that's Galactus. This is all these Silver Surfer comics from 1980 to 1990. This is the beginning of Silver Surfer's 1989 or 88 series, which he can finally leave Earth and go about his stuff. It got some great stuff here. Here's Silver Surfer and the Collector. You guys remember the Collector from the movies? Here's a green blue alien woman. And there's a Collector again. And Collector's in this a lot, apparently. Hey, you know these people. Here's like Captain America and the Hulk and Fantastic Four. And yeah, as you can see in the back over here, there's even an issue with Galactus versus Eternity, which is pretty wild. But yeah, this was Silver Surfer's first ongoing series since like the late 60s, early 70s. It was pretty cool. And started building up to the return of Thanos, which then led to the Infinity Gauntlet. So that's neat. Collectors in a lot of the Guardian movies. Yep. Good old Benicio del Toro. Loops, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Oh! That reminds me. I know I fanboyed out to Razzie and to Jerry this week, but who saw the Avengers Doomsday X-Men teaser? It came out a few days ago. You saw it, you're so hyped. Loops. They did more for Cyclops in those 3 seconds than they did in all the previous movies combined. That was your favorite teaser so far? Mine too. Mine too. It actually, and I'm trying to temper. I'm trying to temper my expectations. That one teaser trailer took me from being really pessimistic about the movie to actually getting excited. The Thor one was great. Really hope it's leading us to getting a more Infinity War version of him again. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. But like I'm nervous. I kind of don't want to let myself get excited. But my God, that Cyclops. Holy buckets. All right, let's see if we got any Shalfas yet. We do. We got a Shalfa Esper right there. Let's go ahead and catch that baby. Darkville, what's going on? Good to see you. Ah, come on. Got it. And anything over here? Nothing over here yet. You just want Secret Wars? Yeah. Um, I don't think it's out yet. I would have to imagine that sometime this year they're going to re-release the Jonathan Hickman Avengers slash Secret Wars graphic novels, and I really recommend everyone check those out. Meta Champion, what's going on? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. We got our shiny Latias earlier, and then we got our Septilite, and then we got some points, and then we got our special scan, which was a battle area, so we said screw it. And then we got a donut, and now I finally got my Shalfa Esper. Now we're going to get a second Shalfa Esper, if possible, and Shalfa Mime Juniors would be nice. Check inside the building too. Might reach. Yes. Yes, you're right. It might reach. It's a good point. I think these were Espers as well, right? Or no, they're Mimes. Okay. Mimes and Espers. Yeah, they might reach. Finish your Tricos before, or you finish your Tricos during breakfast. Just need to find 2 Frigibacks and 1 Kecleon. Rousey, you're so dang close. Skull with the 36 months of membership. That's 3 whole years. Thank you so much, Skull. Hope you're doing well. And oh my gosh, Meta Champion, 2,600 Panseer. That's crazy. I will be evolving this Esper, by the way, if we don't get a second one, because I really want that Shelf and Meow Stick. And also, Dark Bill, thank you for the lurks. Oh, I do have another announcement. This is a little bit of a housekeeping announcement slash announcement for the channel. I've been looking at my analytics lately because I've noticed a trend in the chat during streams. I think I'm going to, moving forward, be changing the time of my stream. It's still going to be Saturday and Sunday mornings, you know, for North America. But I think I'm going to start an hour later and end an hour later because the first hour of stream typically is not a lot of views. And the last several weeks, I felt like right when we're about to end, the stream team seems to pick up steam. We get a lot more people coming in. I know in particular, there have been a lot of times where I'm getting ready to end and a bunch of people are just coming in saying hi. So I'm thinking about moving it from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern to 10 a.m. to 1 Eastern. What's going on here? What's going on, Mr. Donald's or Donays? Looking for a Shalfa Esper and Shalfa Mime Jr. in Pokemon Legends ZA. Hefty light savings times? Yeah, basically. Yeah, Loops. My buddy texted that to me yesterday. She said Sebastian Stan is probably gonna be Harvey Dent in the next Batman movie when it comes out next century, and I said that does sound awesome. However, I'll probably be long dead by the time that movie comes out. But yeah, that would be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. So far, the loop, sir, would you mind explaining what I'm doing? Well, I guess I did just kind of answer that. Yeah, going for Shalfa Esper and Shalfa Mime Jr. Said your last name. All right, I'm the champ. Hey, McDonald's. Happy I could pronounce it right. Only thing I would ask, though, and I appreciate the excitement. I'm so happy I nailed your name right. We do try and keep the language family friendly here. But thank you so much for being here. How you doing today, bud? We gotta wait for this Esper to respawn. I didn't even think about that. That was dumb on my part. Oh no, I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. I'm very happy I could pronounce it right. Hey, there we go. There's a Shalfa Mime Jr. And Chem Nation was right. It does in fact reach. Jack Reacher. Let's go ahead and knock out the Pokeballs while we're waiting for the Espers to respawn. Hey, no worries, Mr. Donays. All right, that's two shinies, and for anyone that is new to the channel, what we do is after we're done with the hole and we get back to the real world, we do guess the nature, and if you guess the nature of the shiny correctly, you get to nickname it. This is a Pokemon Legends ZA. This is the newest game. It came out back in October, and then it came out with a DLC in December, which is what we're playing here. Sir Ralph McCutts, what's going on? Good to see you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at all these amazing people that are coming into chat now. This is why I'm thinking I should start an hour later and end an hour later. So I hope everyone's okay with that, but I think that's what we're going to do. Thanks whoever gifted you. Oh my gosh. I think that would have been last weekend. Might have been Jess, might have been Kiro. Honestly, I have no memory, but my guess is it might have been one of those two. Start an hour later. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, John. I'm going to start at 10 a.m. and end at 1 p.m. Eastern. I think, I think that's what's best for the channel. Just, look at the analytics. The first hour is usually pretty slow, and then it does pick up a lot of steam by the end, so I say we just move forward with that. Geez, how's your day going, buddy? Good job at golf today. I didn't already get the, oh, yep, there's a golden ball. What system is this on? This is on the Switch. I'm playing on the Switch 2. The game's available on both the Switch 2 and the Switch. Changed my outfit to look like Shiny Mime Jr.? Nope, just happened to be that way. I didn't even notice that until you just said it. No, I changed this outfit back a few weeks ago. It's the Alt Corbeau. Is that his name? Is it Corbeau? It's the Alt Corbeau outfit. Is it Corbeau? I just put that together because Peter Corbeau is an X-Men character. That might be the first time I've experienced a Pokemon Marvel crossover. Work is a work which ironically is all done basically, so you have to pretend to be busy. Well, you're pretty good at that. Coffee golf. Yeah, me too. Have you started playing coffee golf yet? Last Pokemon game you played was Coliseum for the 64. Great game. That is a great game, and I am really looking forward to that being available on Nintendo Switch Online. Core Broke is a next short. I could see that. That's right. Mega Nintendo Switch Online Kalos icons now. Eric let me know about that last night. You tried it, but you suck at it. Hey, so do I. But you know how you get better? Keep playing. When's that happening? I don't know, dude. Honestly, I don't know. They announced it last year. Last February, in fact, they announced it. I think it was last February. Maybe, no. It wasn't during Pokemon Day. It was when they did the Switch 2 Direct. But I think that was like March or April. They announced it, and it still hasn't happened yet. I'm hoping it'll be out for Pokemon Day this year, which is the end of February. But yeah, Coffee Golf is a phone app that that Big Cheese got me into a couple of years ago. It's a nice, easy 5-hole golf course each day. And it's called coffee golf just because like you're supposed to like, it's something to do to play while you're drinking your morning coffee. And it's a lot of fun. The old Bond games on the store, right? Yeah, bounce physics is definitely key. 5 holes, a bit short. Exactly, exactly. It's just 5 quick holes, just fun little thing to do while you drink your coffee. And they have like, you can like earn points and buy stuff in the store. Like my golf ball is a dragon head. Oh, and the best part is that there's no ads. The only ads it ever plays is if you decide to do a mulligan, you have to watch an ad in order to restart. Rainbow Six 64, definitely not how you remember from back then. I had a friend that was huge into that game when it came out. When you beat your friend, you can congratulate them to their face and cackle up their face behind their back at the end. I see how it is, Cheese. Cheese beats me almost every day. It's a huge accomplishment for me if I get a better score than Cheese does. Well, there's another shiny Esper, but not an alpha. There's a shiny non-alpha. Big nostalgia fan. I do like nostalgia myself. There's another Shalpa Mime Jr. My goodness. Um, this might be a stupid question. And if it is, I apologize. But sometimes I can be stupid. Is there any way to evolve Mime Jr. into Galarian Mr. Mime in this game? Or is the Mime Jr. Mr. Mime line treated separately from Galarian Mr. Mime, Mr. Rhyme in this game? Look, it's insane on this donut, and it's only a sparkling 2 as well, which is crazy, and an alpha 2. So it's what, 1 in 683 plus 21%? Gotta catch them separately. Okay, all right. So they are treated as separate lines in this game. So I'm done with Mime Jr. then. It's like a Cubone. Gotcha. Oh, geez. I know it's true. I know that you cackle. Big cackler that cheese is. How do you know when to stop fast traveling? You don't really. It's just basically whenever you want to. So unlike previous Pokemon games where when you shiny hunt, you actually have to encounter the Pokemon. You have to actually see it and see if it's shiny. I got Pokemon spawning over here. I got Pokemon spawning over here. I can't see them right now, but they are spawning. But we're on a time limit. Not that it really matters with this donut. You can see how slowly the timer is counting down. So I'm just fast traveling over and over and over, and then once I get impatient, I'll just go check. I mean, I could check after every fast travel, but then that would eat up a lot of time in the long run. You're self-conscious of your lower feet area. Your lower feet area. Try 11 and Mime Jr. in Zone 12. That is an interesting thought. I don't know if anybody's tried that before. I mean, I'm sure someone's tried it. I don't know if anybody here has tried that. No, I said cackles, not cankles. Come on now. What's feet got to do with it? I don't even want to check the other mimes now. So yeah, I think maybe starting tomorrow. So big announcement. Big announcement. Tell everyone you know. Tomorrow I will be going live an hour later, but I'll be streaming an hour later. That was funny. Big Cheese is a pretty funny guy. You know what I haven't done in a while? A reset hunt. You like the stream? Hey, Mr. Donays, I like you being in the stream. Uh, Going forward, Eric, going forward. Honestly, not your normal cup of tea, but you dig the vibes. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to the vibes part, not the cup of tea. But no, I mean I understand what you mean. At the same time, Drago. You know what, Mewtwo? We were doing okay for a while, you and I. No Gina yet today. She's probably sleeping. She's lazy on the weekends. She's just a very lazy person in general. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, it'll say I'm too lazy to write a definition dash Gina. I'm going to do this. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. And let's KO this one. Honestly, wish there was a Pokemon type game geared more towards adults, but that won't ever happen. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I think if you're talking about like story wise and everything, yeah, I agree. I don't think it'll ever happen. I do feel like there have been certain games and certain mechanics, particularly with shiny hunting, that has been more. I don't want to say geared towards adults. I want to say understandable by like for such a simple game and such a simple concept. There's so much craziness that happens on the back end of a Pokemon game. So much RNG, so many stats, so many numbers that like there's thing like I was already technically an adult when Pokemon came out. I was 18 when Gen 1 came out. But there are so many things that I would have never had any concept or idea about back then that now, like, you can make Pokemon as difficult as you want it to be, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, like, if you're looking for a challenge, if that's what you mean by more adult, you can definitely do that. But story wise, no, we're never going to get above a solid G rating. Even just not having my character be 10 years old every game would be enough for you. Yeah, I agree with that. And when are we going to get our bald option? When am I going to be able to take all the hair off of my character? How hard is it to code not having hair? Just not have hair. Gino, what's going on? Good morning. Now they'd make a dating option. I would hope they don't. I would certainly not want a dating option in a Pokemon game. Why would I want to be bald in Pokemon? So I can have a character that looks like me, Gina. Come on. What is wrong with you, Gina? Do I podcast listen? Not really. Not really. Never really got into it. I have sideburns though.
Not really. You're out. Kiro, you're the only one that ever gets that one. Kiro, your Audi died 6 years ago. The character should look like you as a kid. I said Eric twice. Nice. Eric, 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 Eric. Oh, Gina did. That's true. Um, Me as a kid? How do you know I wasn't bald as a kid? Actually, you do know I wasn't bald as a kid. Yeah, Kiro's Audi's had a hard life. All right. Reset. Can't remember how long it was since I saved. I was about to save too. You're just being a jerk. No, you're not being a jerk. Hope you weren't bald as a kid. Charlie Brown was bald as a kid. Kira, I think that's probably the 7th or 8th time, and I still think you're the only one that's ever gotten it. Sarcastic, that's right, sarcastic. Now you're all good, Mr. Donays. All right, we are over time now, technically, but I do want to see if we can get the second shelf Esper before we end. I think I can manage one more save. I am Nathaniel Hefty. That's right. Nathaniel Hefty is my full name. Can't wait for servers to come back. Do we have any idea when that's going to be? Or is it just a nebulous sometime in the next 10 years? All right, that should be a good enough save right there. There's an alpha, not shiny. Do I have to stop streaming? I mean, at some point, yeah, I'll need to like eat and sleep and work. I typically stream for about 3 hours. We're about 3 hours and 13 minutes in now, but I do want to finish this hunt up. Kiro with the 10 and gifted memberships. Let's get some hype for Kiro. Thank you so much. 24-hour stream. I need some preparation before I do a 24-hour stream, guys. That was going out to Harris Arts, Mr. Wolf, Sarah, Let's Play Johnny, Frederick, Shiny, Missing No, Fresh Cup of Joel, the Decky, Vanilla Rx, Shining Blue Official. Filming between April and December this year, releasing late 27. Are you serious? I might be dead by then, Kieran. Hefty and Chem 24 stream collab. Oh no, him and I would both get very, very cranky. Very cranky. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships, Kiro. Let's try to hold out if you can. Kieran, I'm going to do my best. You might have to take care of me, though, in my old age. Just like GTA 6 will be out in 2027. Yeah, what's going to come out? Did I just fast travel? Oh, well. I did fast travel. I completely screwed this up. Wow. We need another Nick and Hefty stream. We need a lot of things. I can't believe I just spent all that time setting up a reset hunt and just completely botched it. Stupid, stupid muscle memory. All right, enjoy the PS5, Mr. Donays. I hope to see you again. We'll be back streaming again tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Same hefty time, same hefty channel. Well, technically not the same time. I'll be starting an hour later and ending an hour later. But same general time, same exact channel. You jellyhead, you've really blown it. I can't believe Ken would call me a jellyhead on my own stream. The disrespect. Just completed a Root in the Rain, one more left, and then you're moving on to the next level. Good job, Gina. I'm hungry. Same time, but different channel, Hefty 518. Can you imagine if I start a Hefty 518 channel? Maybe that will be my secondary channel. Where's my Shalpa Esper? What's for breakfast / lunch? Well, Gina, it's afternoon, so it's definitely going to be lunch. I don't know. I have to run out and pick up some stuff. I got to get more water. I need to get more food. So I'll probably just grab something while I'm out. That's the channel I play non-Pokemon games. That's a good idea. Think of all the spreadsheets I've done for Chem, and he just straight up besakes me in my own stream. What happened to Hefty 1 through 516? We don't talk about them. May they rest in peace. Exactly, Meta Champion. Failed Battle World variants. Nice cheese. Nice reference there. They're with Giratina now. Don't think I'd be able to get to the candy store today, the candy store. But I will look in the candy aisle at the grocery store when I go after stream and see if I can find something entertaining for streams. Because yeah, thanks to Eric, we finished off the Bean Boozled today. Yeah, Eric, I don't know why either. It's kind of silly. And I mean, there are some channels where you can. I am aware of some channels where you can gift memberships. However, and I think it's just an Apple thing. I think it's an iPhone thing. The memberships are more expensive, which is crazy. Birdie bots too. I mean, we'll have to. We'll have to see what's at the store. I know the candy store doesn't have birdie bots. I'd frankly be surprised if my grocery store does, but I'll go in the candy aisle of the grocery store and see what they have. That Apple tax, exactly. Stinky. Get some Pocky for fun. What the heck is Pocky? What are you talking about, Gina? What are you trying to trick me into? Pocky is so good. What the heck is Pocky? Chocolate on a stick. Like if I stuck a Hershey bar on a popsicle stick? Biscuit stick with a chocolate coating. I don't know the words you guys are using. Oh. Okay. Yeah. They kind of look like little sparklers, like you get the 4th of July. That's a reference that my international audience will appreciate. Other flavors like strawberry and cookies and cream. Mikado is different consistency. Yeah. Well, if they're available at my local grocery store, I'll pick them up, but that would surprise me. Hockey is a treat. British oppression. I prefer the British invasion of the 60s. The sparklers. That's what they look like to me. They look like sparklers. Kieran's mad. Kieran's always mad. That's a secret. Come on, Esper. I'm getting angry. I'm really excited we got the LATIAS today, though. Let us drop our tea in the harbor one more time. What a waste of tea that was. You're glad Nightbot held that? Yeah, I figured you would be. I'm hungry. Yeah, I think it was the shove it. I think the shove it is what got it hidden. Just a guess. Can't be that bad. You've not hatched a 7 box of nothing, but I'm hungry. That's the issue. Yeah, I didn't have breakfast, so I think I'm technically on a calorie deficit now. Because I woke up, had my coffee, had some water, did the stationary bike. I think, yeah, I'm in a calorie deficit for the day right now. Britain's better off without us and vice versa. Probably so. Happy New Year to you, Pink Girl. Need more of these Buckeyes you got from work. They are delicious and addictive. How's the bike been treating me? Pretty good. So I'm up to 4 miles a day. Today will be the first day I do 5 miles. Hefty Dad was nice enough to get me a gel seat because I did not like the seat that the bike came with. It was very chafy in an area that shouldn't be chafed. And it's better. So I'm getting used to that. So as far as how the bike is treating me, it's treating me better now. But yeah, right, like I'm working my way up to getting to 5 miles a day, and then I'm going to start increasing the resistance. But I'll even show you. And see here, here's my my stats so far for the week. So by the end of today, I will have burned over 1,000 calories this week on it. I've gone 16 miles so far, and I've biked for over an hour and a half. And again, that's just the first week. You know, obviously those things will... No. What happened Monday? Monday, I got the bike. So that's why it's only on... Because two things. One, I got the bike, I put it together, and I did ride it. And then later on Monday night, I got the app. So Monday was the day I started, and my first couple rides on Monday, I didn't have the app set up yet. Bike stream. You know, Hefty Dad actually mentioned that to me, and I think it's a good idea. The only problem is it's been done, and I don't want to be accused of copying a pretty big Pokemon streamer in doing that. Do I have a Garmin? I do not. Do you? A bike lock. Come on. You do have a Garmin, very cheap one? Good job. Every depth is 1 mile? Oh my gosh. We might have to come back to this tomorrow, to be honest, guys. I am freaking starving, and I'm already half an hour over time. We'll go for a couple more minutes. Lose all the monsters, take out the jealousy. Kieran, that is just evil. Like, just thinking about it now, I can feel it, and it's painful. And to be clear, I'm not talking about my bum. It's, we'll call it the hip joint. It's the hip joint, where the hip's attached to the rest of the body. That's what is in pain. Imagine tomorrow when it's half an hour later than now. Well, tomorrow, though, I'll be able to eat beforehand. Who cares if you copy someone else's copy of something else? I do. It's such a specific thing in such a, like, the same community. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. Like, for me, it feels like trying to replicate something. So you say you got the idea from him. The other thing is, I don't know how the heck I would set it up. Like physically, I don't know how I would set it up. I am unique in the sense that I'm hefty. That is true. I definitely not be able to fit the bike in here, which means I would have to set up a stream setup in a different room. No, I know it's hard to tell the depth of the room, but no, there would not be enough room for the bike to be in here, even if I took the chair out. Sideways profile. You want me to get a strained neck? Is that what you're asking for? Captain Sushi, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome in. Come on. I'm sure you'll figure it out if you want to do the idea. That is true. I'm sure if I want to do the idea, I will figure it out. That is an apt statement, Gina. Will there ever be a chance we'll be able to see your lawn again? Yes. Because the short is still on YouTube. Fish or chicken? Good question. I'm going to go with chicken. I like fish, but I'm very particular with my fish. Whereas I'm not very particular at all with my chicken. But with a name like Captain Sushi, I feel like you would do a great job serving me fish. And I would really enjoy it. Here's some chicken. Thank you. Snivy 2 was 28.80. That's crazy. Absolutely wild. Longest Masuda I've ever seen was I Am Ancient. He went over 3,500 eggs for Rockruff. And that was with the shiny charm. It was nuts. New sub? Oh, well, thank you very much, Captain Sushi. You don't keep track for this very reason. Same, Gina, same. I, like, when I'm not streaming, hey there, I just saw that sub can't go up. Thank you so much, Captain Sushi. When I'm streaming, like, well, not with the game like ZA, but, like, I'll keep track of encounters. Off stream, I don't. I will, because I feel like the numbers would actually be more discouraging for me if they start to get high. But what I'll do instead is I'll kind of keep track in my head of time spent. Like I'll get an idea of like, okay, well I've been hunting this for about 3 hours today. And that's about what I'll do off stream. I want to keep track of your 81 I2 hunts. There are certain hunts I did keep track of off stream. Yeah, kind of like my Celebi, um, my Poipole, and my type Nulls. But just run-of-the-mill hunts I don't really keep track of. All right, yeah, I'm going to call it, guys. We will come back to this tomorrow. We'll come back to this tomorrow, but I'm going to call it for now. I'm going to pull a random card. You have to rate it out of 10. Captain Sushi, let's do that tomorrow because I got to get going. But thank you all so much for being here. You guys are amazing. We will be back tomorrow again. I'll start streaming an hour later than I have. So I typically stream starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to start streaming at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I'll be going an hour later. So I'll be ending at 1 p.m. Eastern. But thank you all so much for being here. You guys are great. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye-bye.